Hi everyone, today I am going to explain about some basic concept about API and API gateway. So API is a application programming interface, and it is a set of rule and protocol that allows two different software to communicate with each other. So in this diagram you can see this is a client and this is a server. If we need some data or any information from the server, means the request go through the API and we get response. So we have to imagine that client in a different server and the database in a different server. So through the API we communicate and we get the response from that server, and the API is like a URL. Using that URL we can access the server and we get the response. So then what are all the uses of API? It is used to connecting applications, accessing data, and automation, enhancing functionalities, integration between services. So here I have some basic methods of API. When we create API, we use these types of methods to get the response from server. So get method is used to retrieve data from the server, and the post method is used to create a new data, and put method used to update existing data, and delete method is used to remove data. And the next one is API gateway. So what is API gateway? It is like a door that allows respective API to allow and retrieve data. So in this API gateway we have three different types of API gateway. One is REST API, and another one is WebSocket API, and another one is HTTP API. So I will show image on API. What is API? Here you can see the end users or using the browser or application, they request some information from the database. So the request goes through internet, using internet via API. It reaches the web server and it retrieves the information from the database, and it give the response to the end users. So what is API gateway? So API gateway is used to manage the API, and it protects that respective user or respective clients can able to access the respective APIs. It have more than two or multiple APIs within the API gateway, and when the client requests for the information, it sends the respective API and it retrieves the information from database, and it gives the response. It is used for microservices. So in this we have three types of APIs. So REST API is used standard API methods like get, post, and etc. to access and manage resources using URLs. So it uses URLs. And WebSocket API is an API that allow two-way real-time communication between client and server over a single long-lived connection. And HTTP API is used to a broad term for any API that works over HTTP protocol, including REST, GraphQL, etc. REST is a type of HTTP API. So REST API is a type of HTTP API. Thank you.